to Growing with Grove. My name's Austin, and today what I've got going for you is beef ribs. Now the primary purpose of this video is not going to be about the beef ribs themselves, but it's going to be a sauce review. Now I picked up this sauce from my friend Felix Irving, and I actually got in contact with him through a person at my work. And Felix used to be in the Air Force, but he's retired now, and what he does is make sauces. So the name of his company is BBQ Sauce. He started in 2015. Like I said, it's veteran owned, and on the bottle it says built with bourbon. Now this is a pretty good sized mason jar, and I picked up 3 of these, his original, the spicy, and the mustard sauce. And today we're going to be trying out the original. So the price for that combo pack was about $50. So I tasted this sauce right out of the jar, and it's kind of a tangy sauce with a little bit of spice on the back end. It is a ketchup-based sauce, but it's also a thin sauce because it has some vinegar in it. And when I tasted it, it doesn't taste like store-brand sauces. It's homemade, guys. So I definitely encourage you to pick this up. But we're going to try it out on the ribs themselves and see how it tastes. Let me show you those ribs, and we'll get to cooking. Take a look at those beef ribs. They look delicious. They're single cut, and today we're going to be seasoning them with salt and pepper. And then towards the end of the cooking, we'll baste with that barbecue sauce. And that's just so we can get a taste of how that barbecue sauce is on some cooked beef. Now if you take a look at these ribs, you see that there's kind of a waxy substance on the top to some of these, and you're going to want to take that off because it's going to be chewy if you don't. Plus, if you have that on there, you're seasoning that waxy substance and you're not actually getting to the meat. So I'm going to trim these up, and then we're going to start up our smoker for about 250 to 275 degrees, and we're going to go with some natural lump charcoal. I'll see you at the smoker. If you haven't done this already, you need to. Take a look at that grill. It's marked off. That's important because it allows you to easily tell where your vent openings are at. Red all the way, blue halfway, and black is about 1/3 or 1/4. Now for this cook, I've got it at the blue marking, and if you look at my top vent, it's about halfway open. And then for the thermometer, you can see it's reading about 250. So I know from experience that this is actually not 250 degrees, but it's more like 225. So I just want to keep it kind of 225 to 275. It's not extremely important, the temperature that you cook out, as long as you're kind of consistent and you don't have huge swings. I think it's time to put those beef ribs on. All right, we're back. It's been 2.5 hours, and these ribs are drying out a little bit more than I would like. So what I've done is I've taken 1 part of the barbecue sauce and 1 part water, and we're just gonna give them a good little spritz. And we'll be spritzing them intermittently, so we'll come back with the finished product. All right, so this is what these ribs look like after 5 hours. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you what they're probing at because that's what I'm going off of. So if you can just see, you stick, let it go, very tender. These are very tender ribs. And so what I'm gonna do now is these only have about 30 minutes left on them. We're gonna baste them with that BBQ sauce, and I'll show you that. And then what we're gonna do is let them rest and get to that taste test. So I've just basted the ones in the back, and we're gonna let this set for 30 minutes, and then we're gonna take it off. All right, these ribs are done. You saw a shot of that and saw a shot of them cut up. Now the ribs in the front are the ribs that we basted, and the ribs in the back are the dry ribs. So I wanted to do that because I wanted to taste how this sauce tastes as a dipping sauce and how it tasted on the ribs. So we've got that sauce, BBQ sauce, and we've got it in a bowl. So let's get to our taste test. So we've got a nice piece right there. This is one of the sauce pieces. very good. Those ribs are very tender. They're very beefy. That sauce comes through. It's very much like a vinegar-based sauce, even though it has ketchup in it. It's got a little bit of sweet, but it's mostly tangy. Didn't really catch any spice this time on it, as opposed to right out of the jar. So let's get to our dry rub taste. Got a nice little piece there. Just gonna dip it in our sauce. It's a very good sauce for dipping. In fact, that's one of the best barbecue dipping sauces that I've had, either store-bought or homemade. I definitely recommend it. This sauce goes amazing with beef rib. It really brings out that natural beef flavor. I can't wait to try it on pork because it is kind of more of a vinegar-based sauce, consistency like. So I'm definitely going to give it a shot on some pulled pork one day. All right, guys, if you like what I'm doing, go ahead and give me a like, subscribe, shout me out on your social media, and if you haven't already, go ahead and check out the BeardBQ website, and I'm going to leave all the information below in the description box, so just click show more. All right, guys, see you on the next one.